Hello, everyone. This is Ayo Box with Madiba, and we have to discuss the elephant in the room, which is Jaron Boots Ennis's underwhelming performance as the co-main. Going into this fight, Jaron had a lot of hype around him, and rightfully so. He passes the eye test. He has speed, he has power, he can switch hit, he's flashy, he has offense and defense, he can do a lot, and he gets the knockouts. And he has the potential to be the next big star in boxing. And him fighting as the co-main to a tank fight was essentially a showcase fight for him to look good to a wider audience. I was really hyped to see this fight in person, and like many people, I was expecting a knockout. But that didn't happen, and the fight went the full 12 rounds. And the fight was boring, like, I'm not gonna lie. People were booing. My dad fell asleep, my brother fell asleep, and I stopped recording halfway. And as a Boots fan, I have to keep it real, he didn't look that great. He wasn't cutting off the ring that well, wasn't using his jab consistently, and was winging his punches and he was missing. Like, he missed that leaping left hook at least 4 times. And he spun around each time he did it too. It was crazy. He was getting caught with these little slick counters by Karen, and it seemed like he was trying to rush the knockout rather than it just coming to him naturally. He was also slow to make adjustments, but he did make an adjustment at the end by going to Karen's body and getting him hurt. But I do gotta give some credit to Karen. He had great footwork, smart defense, good movement, and good feints, and his ability to counter Boots was also impressive to me. He's a better fighter than I thought. But I wouldn't say that Jerron got exposed because Karen came to survive. It seemed like he felt Boots' power in the beginning of the fight and would rather stay on his bicycle than engage and try to win rounds. And it's hard to look good against those type of guys. For example, look at Ryan Garcia versus Tago, or Alexis Roca versus Luis Ferron, or Casemiro versus Rigondeaux. All those fights were ugly and made the A side look bad. However, Inoue was in the same position with Paul Butler, and he was able to stop Paul Butler. And Virgil Ortiz fought Michael McKenson, a guy that was also on his bicycle, and he was able to stop Michael McKenson. So Boots does deserve some criticism. However, I'm not a hater, and I'm still a fan of Boots. I'm still high on him. This fight showed me that he has the conditioning and stamina to go 12 rounds, and this will be a good experience for him overall, especially dealing with that kind of style that Karen presented during the fight. You also have to consider that Boots has only fought once in this past year, and it was a 2 round fight against a guy who didn't really want to engage as well. It was a quick fight, so there may be some ring rust involved. Hopefully, Boots can get a better matchup this year with maybe Roman Villa or Butayev or Me Machine, but I don't think he's quite ready for Spencer Crawford yet. But I do believe that he would show a better account for himself if he did fight Spence or Crawford, because style makes fights. I would also like to see Karen fight another top 15 welterweight, because I would like to see what else he can do. I overlooked him because he's an unknown name, and I fell into the classic trope of boxing fans, which is, I don't know the name, so that means you should just knock him out or he's a bum. But Karen's no bum. Those Eastern European guys usually have a lot of amateur fights, which is why they don't get that much recognition here in the US once they go pro. But he definitely has some skill, and I would like to see him in another fight for another top 15. But who knows, this is boxing. But thank you for tuning in with Ayo Box with Madiba. Hit like and subscribe, and more content's coming your way.